know the Premier League better than most, Frank, but have you been surprised at all by just how unpredictable it's been this year?
I think every year now that the Premier League becomes more unpredictable, and it's the general story of the best teams get to the top, and the lesser teams can get relegated will still be true to some effect. But I think what we do see is a lot of results that can confuse people at first glance. Things that you don't expect to happen. Some developing teams that find a really good rhythm and momentum can have really good seasons, and then it's whether they can sustain that the following year. I think because there's so much drive within the Premier League to improve and stay in it and try and be successful, everybody is trying to move in an upward direction. So I think we are seeing the landscape slightly change, and it's important, I suppose, for us here at Chelsea that the club just focuses on what we want to do, how we can be elite in every single way to make sure that we take our place back where we want to belong next year.
You mentioned the fans, Frank. How important is it to finish the season in front of them at Stamford Bridge?
I think coming to the last game of the season at Stamford Bridge, after the difficult season that we've had, I think it's very important that the players show the fans their energy and their desire to finish on a good note. I know what that game feels like. I've been in it for good, for very, very good, and sometimes for not so when you don't quite reach your targets, which would happen at times as well. But we as players at that period always felt the support of the club, and I know it's always there from the fans. So it's important that the players play their part on that on Sunday. And I know if the fans see that, then they will obviously recognise that on the day. And I think the most important thing is that we will stick together as a club throughout the summer and going forward, because that's always the crucial thing, and it's something we've done for a long, long time. I think everybody knows how I feel about the fans at this club and how you supported me. And obviously I wish that for the club going forward.
With that in mind, Frank, you never got the chance to say goodbye to them as a player, did you? Is this something you'll be able to embrace this weekend?
Yeah, I never had the chance to say goodbye when I left Chelsea as a player, which was something that I found very difficult, to be honest, after my playing days. I learned that I was leaving the club after the last home game of the season. But I have to say, as my life has moved on and my career has moved on, and I've been able to come back to Chelsea as a player actually, and then obviously as a coach against Chelsea, when I came back with my Derby team and got an amazing reception, which I was thankful for, then to manage Chelsea and now to be back here now, I certainly don't have any ill feeling about the way I left the club. All I have is the good feelings of the opportunity I had to take my part in this great club for 13 years. So it'll be a moment after the game to say goodbye after this short period. But my feelings of Chelsea are much bigger than that anyway over time. So I just want to thank the fans for what as always, how you support the club through the season. And as I say, reason to be optimistic that the club will move forward in the right direction. And whether I'm involved or not, I will always be a big supporter from afar, if not.